Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is good at talking about exciting dreams, but doesn't put in the hard work needed to go far in his career. You will often hear him share ideas or future plans with energy, but as time passes, there's very little progress to show. He gets inspired easily but struggles with follow through, especially when things get tough or tedious.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's not the type to explode or make a scene. He tends to keep his feelings inside and quietly pull away from others rather than bounce back quickly. You won't see big fights, but you might notice him losing interest or giving up easily.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He is unlikely to be fighting openly with people at work, but he may have a hard time making strong connections or earning true respect. He doesn't go out of his way to be polite or build close bonds, so some might see him as distant or hard to approach. True respect and friendships might be rare for him at work, more because of his quiet distance than conflict.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he is likely to feel genuinely happy for you. He won't see your success as a threat to himself, and you probably won't face jealousy or harsh words. Sometimes he may seem distant or reserved, but deep down, he's proud of you.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. Money and status don't play a huge role in how he sees himself, so your higher earnings won't bruise his ego. If he seems distant at times, it's not because of money, but more about his own nature.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't someone who's careful with money, and he can be quite casual or even careless about how he spends. He doesn't plan ahead much or keep close track of his expenses, so it's easy for him to buy things on impulse or forget about saving for the future. Don't expect him to be the one reminding you about bills or long term planning.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's not likely to pretend he's richer than he is, but he doesn't really pay much attention to living within his means either. He enjoys what catches his eye and sometimes spends on things that make him happy, even if it isn't practical. If stability and saving matter to you, it's best to keep an eye on this area and have honest talks about your future together.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is generally open handed and kind rather than stingy, both with money and his attitude towards people. He doesn't cling tightly to what he has and usually shares generously, whether it's helping someone out or making thoughtful gestures. You won't find him selfish or greedy, and he probably won't stress over every rupee spent.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is usually open about money and won't try to hide anything from you or control the finances behind your back. If you ask about what he spends or earns, he's likely to share honestly without playing games or keeping secrets. If anything, he's more relaxed and straightforward when talking about financial matters.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's not the type to say housework is only a woman's job. He believes in kindness and fairness and would prefer sharing the chores instead of dumping everything on you. You won't face stubbornness or old fashioned ideas. His heart is in the right place and teamwork matters to him.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will genuinely pitch in with chores and even diapers rather than just standing by and watching you work. He's not one to act like a boss or only give instructions from the side. You can expect him to roll up his sleeves and get his hands dirty when it's needed. In fact, he'd rather join in than make you feel alone in handling everything at home.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually tries to understand your side instead of arguing just to prove he's right. He isn't quick to get into fights or stubborn debates, and he cares about how you feel. He's not interested in winning arguments or making you feel small, so there's less drama and more calm.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays calm and respectful. He doesn't burst out with hurtful words or act aggressive toward you. You won't have to worry about him shouting or getting mean during an argument.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he isn't the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His nature is calm and steady, so loud outbursts or sudden tempers aren't part of how he handles things. This isn't a red flag you need to worry about with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is able to say sorry and take responsibility when he's made a mistake. He doesn't blame you or try to make you feel guilty for things that are his own fault. Even if he's a little quiet about it, he is willing to admit fault and try to fix things.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He cares about kindness and treating you with respect, so he isn't the type to push or ignore your wishes. You can trust that he values your comfort and choices.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. If you aren't feeling up to it, he's more likely to accept your feelings quietly and give you space instead of feeling rejected or upset. He doesn't let his ego get hurt by things like this, and he won't pressure you or sulk because you said no.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He won't use your personal or intimate experiences to hurt or embarrass you later. You don't have to worry about him turning your secrets against you or gossiping.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be faithful than easily distracted by other women. When he cares about someone, his attention and feelings are sincere, and he's not drawn to chasing after other people for fun or excitement. He values genuine connection and is less interested in flirting or looking elsewhere once he's committed.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive. He doesn't act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He's comfortable with giving you space and trust, and you won't find him constantly checking up on you or making you justify your actions. You won't feel trapped by his rules or watchful eyes.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature doesn't turn into controlling behavior. He cares about your well being, but he trusts you to make your own choices and won't try to run your life. He shows care by offering support, not by limiting you or acting like a watchdog.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort, not just your job alone. He believes in sharing responsibilities and helping out where he can. He cares about fairness and kindness, so he won't leave you feeling overwhelmed or ignored.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He's gentle in his reactions and prefers to listen and comfort rather than shout or scold. His steady nature makes it easier for kids to turn to him when they're upset, knowing they'll get kindness instead of scary outbursts.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have dreams, interests, and needs outside of being a parent, and he doesn't expect you to give up your identity for the family. You can count on him to respect your choices and give you space when needed.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will suddenly ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He values your happiness and understands that your goals matter, not just your role as a mother. Even after children come into the picture, he's likely to encourage you to continue what makes you proud and fulfilled.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just act polite on the surface. He genuinely cares about people's feelings and tries to make others feel comfortable and respected, even if he's sometimes casual with formalities. He may not always stick to perfect manners, but his warmth and sincerity will come through. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than make things worse. He doesn't react with anger or harsh words, and he prefers to keep the peace instead of stirring up drama. He may not jump in to solve every issue, but he won't say hurtful things or act out.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he isn't the kind of man who is modern with you, but expects you to act like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values kindness and fairness and doesn't put on different faces for different people. If he treats you as an equal partner in private, he'll support you to be yourself with his family too.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you rather than stay out of it or side with his family. He cares about your feelings and wants you to feel safe and valued, even during tough times with relatives. He won't leave you to handle stress on your own or make you feel betrayed.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not a mummy's boy in the sense of blindly following his mother or always choosing her side over yours. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, he will think about what's fair and try to support you. He isn't the type to let you feel alone or ignored when family problems come up.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He respects your privacy and understands the importance of keeping some things just between the two of you. This means your relationship stays strong and safe with trust and respect at its core.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means you'll experience warmth, understanding, and gentle support every day. He isn't perfect. He may forget chores, get distracted by his own interests, or need reminders about small things.